Here's a fact of life in the world according to Chandler. Find alternative ways to celebrate your least favorite holiday.
And I assume, Chandler, you're still boycotting all of the pilgrim holidays.
Welcome! You're watching the Thrift Store Rundown, where we bring Hollywood home on a budget. This is the time of the year where everything just starts to snowball. In some climates, literally, into the holidays. The first of which being Thanksgiving, or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, depending on who you talk to. It's my estimation that 1 out of 10 people will skip Thanksgiving altogether this year, as they have for several years, because of personal family spats. In the case of our dear departed friend Chandler Bing, his parents split up on the day of Thanksgiving. He is so distraught, he threatens to boycott traditional Thanksgiving foods, like cranberry sauce and sweet potatoes, and sweet green bean casserole. And, heaven forbid, the star of the menu, the turkey. Unless you're vegetarian, that's going a bit too far. You wanna know what I think? I think the key to re-warming up to Thanksgiving, if you don't like it, at least in regards to the food, even though it can't solve all your family problems, is to put fun twists on the classics. Tradition exists for a reason, but that doesn't mean we can't play around with it. And if that's the case, I got a real hot cookbook for you today. Okay, maybe not that hot, but it's from a Hell's Kitchen alumni. Specifically, one of the 4 finalists from the first season, Elsie Ramos for the turkey tacos and Arroz con Pollo. Hey, if it says turkey tacos on the cover, you can bet that's going to be a primo substitute if you're just serving only a few people who don't really know that they're eating turkey because they probably might not like it. In contrast to the traditional overflowing crowds that could overtake your home. But at least it's overflowing with lots of love. You can't have too much of that, especially during these times. Anyway, the mother of 6, all boys, mom of 3, stepmom to 3 others, offers more than 100 Latin-flavored, great tasty recipes for working moms. Non-catchy title notwithstanding. Turkey tacos and Arroz con Pollo. Well, at least it's to the point. Anyway, this wily publication was picked up for 25% off $2.69 from Value Village in Hawthorne, and it retails for $19.95 in the US, $23.99 in Canada, and almost £14 in the UK. The primal focus of today's video is Latin Thanksgiving recipes. All of them accessible and tangible to do. They're all within reach. First up, not 1, but 2 side salads for you to choose from. A potato salad and macaroni salad with shrimp. The potato salad belongs to her madre, Milan. She prepared it every Thanksgiving as far back as she could remember. She and Elsie could do it with her eyes closed. And maybe if you practice this a few times, you can too. That serves 6 to 8. If you're not into that, how about a macaroni salad with shrimp? A sweet side salad with shrimp so fantastic, she says, it transcends seasons and generations. That serves 6. 2 side salads that suddenly don't play second banana. Next up, sweet potatoes with marshmallows, aka patatas dulces. I'm 1/3 Puerto Rican, folks, so it's in my DNA to at least get some of these pronunciations right. Anyway, in the Ramos Thanksgiving menu, it can be served as a side dish if you line up on a syrup, or if you go all out on a syrup, it can be a dessert. That too serves 6. Up next, turkey tacos. I'd be remiss if I didn't include that this not only featured on the cover, at least in terms of the title, but the signature dish that won over Chef Ramsay, or at the very least, reset his palate after tasting a few disastrous signature dishes. Upon first glance, it looked disastrous, but Chef Ramsay said it didn't taste bad. So that's why I gotta include turkey tacos, which serves 4 to 6. It's the star of taco night. It could be the star of board game night. It could very well, as I said, be the star of an alternative Thanksgiving menu. If not, there's also turkey chili with baked potatoes, and even turkey wings in here, if you want to edge a little bit on the traditional side, but still play around with it. You can't go on any of these 3 ways. Finally, for dessert, or for a drink, depending on who you talk to and who you're munching with, we have here Puerto Rican eggnog, aka coquito. It's Puerto Rico's winter holiday drink, served mostly around Christmas and New Year's, but it's also served at Thanksgiving. Either way, it's synonymous with the holidays. one taste of this, it might become synonymous with your holidays as well. I mean, the dark rum can do it for you. For me, not so much because I don't drink, even though I do have an ID now. This 24-year-old is abstaining from alcohol, folks. Come on, please tell me some slack. As we go through our little book walk here, let's talk about a couple of pros, and then we'll get to the cons. First, almost all the recipes in here contain ingredients that are accessible either at a specialty food shop, which is not far away from the area, or a big name store, or your local grocery store. That's a pro. And Elsie talks in a way that you would expect any sassy but still gracious and kind of humble Puerto Rican girlfriend would chat with you. So that's pretty good. And at the beginning of this book, there's also a guide on how to keep your fridge and freezer stocked and keeping your station clean, and also some shortcuts you can take to smooth the mise en place even further. And that leads me to the first con. Some mise en place hacks shouldn't be taken advantage of, like buying pre-cut anything. If you have a family member in your house that has even one remote iota of Chef Ramsay's palate, pre-cut anything, pre-cut veggies, pre-cut fruits, well, they won't go over quite well. Kind of ironic for somebody who studied at the French Culinary Institute after handing Chef Ramsay her black jacket. Oh, and the second con in here, other than the cover and the 4 back portraits of Elsie, there are no recipe photographs at all. I mean, come on. All 5 photographs featured in this book, top and bottom, front and back, are from acclaimed photographer Ben Fink, who shot many a delicious-looking cookbook. Why didn't you take advantage of Ben Fink's services even more and shot some delicious-looking photographs of your recipes? He is known for doing just that, and you didn't go the extra mile with him? Never mind. Anyway, you got Latin-flavored family meals from the walking mom who wowed audiences on Fox TV's Hell's Kitchen. Thrill your family with Elsie's dinner solutions divided up into traditional recipe categories like soups and stews, main dishes, salads and sides, fried treats, oh, and even drinks. So, balancing every pro and con here, boring title, lack of recipe photographs, and non-ideal shortcuts, I'm awarding Elsie 4 out of 5 claps. There are many reasons for chickens to be crossing roads, but I imagine this time of year, there will be more turkeys than chickens running for the hills, because unless they're pardoned by President Biden, in a few weeks from now, they will meet their fate. Sad for them, but good for the rest of us who aren't vegetarians, and especially good for us who are looking to add a bit of a Hell's Kitchen-like twist to their Thanksgiving menu. If that's the case, they now have a little bit of help from someone who did take the heat, as far as he could. If nothing else, whip up a rotisserie chicken and some mac and cheese for cut-up hot dogs, and please, lip up a glass of whatever for Matthew Perry. Thanks for watching. Check out more TSR by clicking on another awesome review like this one, top left. And be sure to subscribe by clicking top right. Until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side.